Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All right, so now these are short answer questions. You have seen this in your assignments. Remember TQA6?
Yes.
So you have to type the answer and somebody has to manually mark it. If system will not understand the answer, no matter what answer you give there, even if there is only one letter extra or one comma extra, one slash extra, system will take it incorrect, mark it incorrect. So these type of questions, short answer and essay types, they need to be manually marked, but we should know how to make them, right? And this is also possible through coding. And we that's the short answer one type, as the name says here. Name states short answer. So I kept it same purposefully, that so that when someone is creating questions they don't have any issues. So I'll type it, online training. Okay, I thought I did. Online training, short answer, question one. So the question text will go here, which is this. And the marks, we can change it here, and there will be another place where we change the marks. So I usually don't change it here, I just go back and change it there, unless it has to be done in coding, something needs to be done. So the answer, we can give multiple correct answers for that, but they'll all of them will be taken as correct. So here you can see there are multiple correct answers. You can take the effort and put all of them individually, and the grade will also be 100% for this, because otherwise system will not grade it at all. And we can take every, and this limitation with that is that system will only show the student this first correct answer to be correct. When it's giving feedback, it will say, okay, your answer is correct, even if it was from any of the following answers, but as a correct answer it will just show this first answer as correct. This is the system limitation, but it will mark correct if they give humility or wisdom and knowledge or any of these correct. So I'm going to add a few of them and grade, because we want the system to take it as fully correct, not partially correct. So we can add more blanks for 3. I'm not going to do that, but we can add more blanks and we can add more correct answers, and every correct answer should get 100%. Otherwise student will get 50% marks, or whatever percentage we select here, student will get that marks. So if so oh, 2 action points. So if they're asking for 2 action points, this is impossible to create subhanallah combination. So what we can do is we can just pick it up all of it and copy it so that it shows as correct in the first option to the student, that any of this would be acceptable, but it has to be manually marked. As we already know, it was supposed to be manually marked to begin with. So by giving it in the first answer all of these options that's being correct, is that student will get the feedback, okay, if they gave something other than this and we are taking their marks off, and we know that there could be correct options as well. So I'll just type something and you'll see it will be marked incorrect by the system, and then correct answer is given this, because I copy pasted the entire thing and gave it as a first answer correct. If I had not given this one, see how there is only one correct answer given, and that's the first one, and that's what system does even when we do coding. Only the first option is shown as correct, no matter how many options we add, and we'll show you how to create it with coding as well. And I'll show you the next one as well, because these are two very easy essay type and we're using for the Amal story. And what we usually do is, to keep the assignment still auto marked, we give them a check mark. I have submitted my Amal story below, tick mark. They'll get the marks for that because they testified that they have. And then we'll give them a text box to type their Amal story. And this is what it is. This essay type is for them to type an essay, and that requires manual marking, or we are just bypassing the manual marking. GIs are, however, going through these essays. Sometimes we have to see if the students are acting smart. That's more of cheating than acting smart, astaghfirullah. So we go back usually and we mark them. So TQ7, we had to go back and mark and send message to the students, you did not submit your story, but you said you have, so your marks are taken off until you submit your story. So in the beginning, you might have to send a reminder to the students. It usually happens with the young ones. So usually elder, the women who are old enough, usually they don't do that. But you never know. So it's kind of fairness. In the beginning, they have very little Quran. Their judgment is according to what they have. So as they know about amana and more Quran, then their actions change, alhamdulillah. So here is the essay type. And name of the question, like always. My system is still acting weird. Essay, E for essay, question 1. Usually we can also do a section 1 or whatever required. So name of the question can vary. Here there are a couple of options that we can enable for this type. So the marks can be changed here or in the final edit quiz section. And we're not giving any feedback. So there are response options that we want them to have the editor. So these are different options, we never change them. Require text. So if we select this require text, the students must type something in the text box. Otherwise, the system will not let them submit. And if we select this text input is optional, and we allow them to attach a file instead. So for example, they have written their Amal story on a Word file and they just want to attach that. Then we allow them one attachment. And instead of typing, now typing became optional. It's up to them to type or not, but they can just simply attach a file. And here as well, similar to the text, require attachments. So this is optional or one attachment is must. By this, they have to attach a file. Either otherwise, the system will not let them submit. So if one prefers to type in, then they should type in or they should allow an attachment. Depends on how difficult you want to make it for them. So we can, if they do not submit their Amal story, then in this way with these settings, then they can still submit their assignment. So if someone did not write their Amal story, which is a bad thing, we have 2 marks out of 40 for that, then they can still submit their assignment with these settings. Optional. This is optional, this is optional, and we save it. And this is the icon for essay type. Even we don't have to remember that. And here it shows, so they will get this text editor that has all options. So there were options to change it if we want to only give them a HTML or what. And there we have this. We can also add a picture here if we want to from the editing screen. So where we were creating the question, we can give them a picture, for example, a picture of a dua, or if we have extra time and we wanna make it more prettier. But this is how we're making it for now. So we'll add a story top over there, and usually this is not even part of this asset tab. We just type it here, space for uploading a story. That's it. And this one goes in the to do section above this question for marking check mark. I have written my ML story, and then there is space for uploading down here in this type. Okay, alhamdulillah. So you can go ahead and make both of these, and then we can do drop markers if we have time. Drop markers is, I need to provide this image, but I'll send you on WhatsApp. I think I'll send you on WhatsApp, and then inshallah you can make it, or you can download it from this. Can you download this image? Okay, let's do the first two first, and then we'll talk about the drop markers.